Today we will discuss about the story of silk. Do you know we call the eggs of silk moth as seeds? Silk moth is like butterfly. We keep those moths in grill mesh boxes in separate rooms. We call them as chilicalu. The small eggs of the silkworm are called as chilicalu. And the scientific name of silk moth is Bombyx mori. At the time of laying eggs, they arrange white cloth pieces or paper. Moths lay hundreds of eggs on them. A female moth lays around 500 eggs in one go and dies. Those eggs are very small in size. Farmers from different places of our districts come and purchase these eggs. Most of the times, they allow these eggs to hatch in special chambers, usually over mats on beds of chopped mulberry leaves. To get small worms, farmers from different places of our state come and purchase these tiny worms. Sometimes silk moths are also sold. People buy these silk moths to produce eggs. These centers are called greenages. I saw a big seed growing center at Hostle Hills in Chittoor district in Andhra Pradesh, said Pratima. Egg to cocoon. Let us know how the eggs are grown through the process of cocoon. Large trays with leaves and larvae feeding on them could be seen. Some trays had white and yellowish egg-like structure. We grow silkworms to get cocoons. We get 5 to 6 harvests of worms in 1 year. We have 2 acres of mulberry plantation. My grandfather brought mulberry twigs from Palamneru of Chittoor district with sericulture. What is sericulture? Sericulture is the whole process of obtaining silk. Starting from silk moth is carried out. You plant the twigs to get mulberry crop. Pratima said, my father purchased tiny white colored silk worm that is caterpillars from seed growing centers at Hostle Hills. We place these worms in trays. We chop mulberry leaves into small pieces to feed the silk moth. These worms eat leaves day and night. They need good hygienic conditions and proper light to grow. When they grow bigger in size, we transfer the worms into big size cane frames called cocoonage, chandrikal. After 30 to 35 days, the caterpillar stops eating and settles at a particular place. It weaves net to hold itself. Caterpillar moves its mouth from side to side and secretes a substance when it is exposed to air and heat becomes strong. This forms a silk fiber. The net is woven completely to cover the body of the caterpillar. They seem to be close sac. This is called cocoon. In Telugu, it is called as pattukayalu. Pratima said, my father said the larva of silkworm undergoes changes in the cocoon into a moth. After 2 to 3 weeks, young moths come out from the cocoon and fly away. So we have to be very careful. Within 2 to 3 days of formation of cocoon, we start removing them from the tree. We kill the larvae inside by a process called stifling, by putting a lot of these in a steam oven for 10 to 15 minutes. The cocoons are to be stifled to kill the larva inside, otherwise it will cut its way out after growing into a moth and spoil the cocoon. We will not be able to get a continuous thread of silk from such a cocoon because we don't be able to obtain quality fiber for fabric. Then, how the cocoon to fiber, the process of reeling fiber to yarn. Neelima observed that some people wait to boiling and stirring something in large pots. She also observed removing a thin fibers and draining it on wheels. A person stood in the corner explaining about the process of obtaining fiber from cocoon. I am Prasant from Shatnagar of Rangareddy district. I am working in the reeling center. Neelima saw cocoons being boiled in water. She was shocked and uttered, hey, what are you doing? The caterpillar are boiled. We are boiling cocoons to get silk fiber. Caterpillar of silkworm spin fiber, which is mainly out of 2 types of protein. There is sericin and fibroin. Okay, now let us look at the stages of the life cycle worm from the textbook. The first stage inside the life cycle of silkworm is eggs. From the eggs, it is changed. The next, it is transformed to larva. From the larva, it is transformed to the next stage, which is pupa, and then to cocoon, and finally to the adult. The adult of the silkworm is called as imago. It is called as the imago. And now let us look inside the specimen. You can look it clearly. The first stage in the life cycle of silkworm is eggs. The eggs are transformed to larva, and the larvae are then transformed to pupa. And the next stage following the pupa is the cocoon. And finally, we can see the adult stage of the silkworm, that is imago. I repeat, The life cycle of the silkworm moth. First, the eggs are laid by the moth, and then it is transformed to larva, and then to pupa, and then cocoon, and lastly, the last stage is the adult or the imago. This is a small life cycle explanation of silkworm moth.